Why you're losing? Because you're too humble? Imagine this. You're smart, you're skilled, you're full of potential. But still, the world keeps ignoring you. You work hard, stay quiet, and hope people will notice. But they don't. Instead, the louder, bolder, and more confident people take the spotlight. You tell yourself, I don't need attention. I'll let my work speak for itself. And that's the lie that's keeping you small. Today, we are going to talk about a hard truth. Being humble is not always good. In fact, in many situations, being humble can be the worst thing you can do. You're not losing because you're not talented. You're not failing because you're not capable. You're struggling because you're too humble to show the world who you are. Let's break this down into 7 powerful rules. Rule 1. Stop waiting for people to notice you. Many people believe that if they just work hard, others will notice. They think that if they are kind, respectful, and quiet, the world will reward them. They tell themselves, if I keep doing good, someone will see it. But the truth is, that rarely happens. Most people are too busy with their own lives to notice your silent efforts. In today's world, waiting quietly is not a strategy. It's a mistake. Imagine a woman named Emma. She worked in an office for 5 years. She was never late. She finished her work on time. She followed every rule and never caused trouble. Emma believed her boss would eventually see how loyal and hardworking she was. She believed that being quiet and obedient would earn her respect. But nothing changed. She stayed in the same position, with the same salary, year after year. Then one day, a new employee named Ryan joined the company. He was not as experienced as Emma, but he was confident. He spoke up in meetings. He shared his opinions, even when they weren't perfect. He talked proudly about his past work. He asked questions, gave suggestions, and made sure his presence was known. Within just 6 months, Ryan was promoted. Emma, the quiet and humble worker, was left behind once again. Why did this happen? Was Ryan smarter? Number. Was he more talented? Not really. The difference was simple. Ryan didn't wait for people to notice him. He made sure they did. He put himself out there. He made his value visible. This is the harsh truth. The world is not fair to those who stay silent. If you don't speak up, people won't see you. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't raise your hand, someone else will take the opportunity. We are taught from a young age to be humble. But sometimes, that humility turns into invisibility. And if no one sees you, they can't help you, reward you, or support you. Being visible is not the same as being arrogant. Speaking up does not mean you are bragging. It means you know your worth. It means you believe in yourself enough to share your ideas, to ask questions, and to take up space. The people who succeed are not always the smartest or most talented. They are the ones who are brave enough to be seen and heard. Think about your own life. Are you waiting for someone to give you permission? Are you hoping someone will recognize your efforts without you saying a word? If so, it's time to change. Start small. Speak up in meetings. Share your ideas, even if they're not perfect. Tell people about your goals and your wins. Let others know what you're working on. Don't be afraid to say, I did this, or I believe this is a good idea. Your voice matters. Also, remember that confidence is a skill. You don't have to be born with it. The more you speak, the stronger your voice becomes. The more you act, the less you fear. Every time you show up and make yourself visible, you are training yourself to lead, to grow, and to take control of your future. You must stop waiting for people to hand you success. You must go and claim it. The world is full of people who are not as skilled as you but are still ahead. Why? Because they're not afraid to be seen. They're not afraid to say, "I'm here and I'm ready." So, what are you waiting for? Stop hiding in the background. Stop thinking that silence is strength. Start speaking. Start showing. Start living like your voice and your work deserve attention, because they do. The truth is simple. The world does not reward silence. It rewards courage. And courage begins when you stop waiting and start acting. Rule 2. Show your value or be ignored. The truth about success is simple but often hard to accept. If you don't show your value, people will ignore you. It is not because they are bad or mean. It is because everyone is busy thinking about themselves. People pay attention to what they see. If you keep your talents and achievements hidden, no one will notice them. Imagine you are a great designer. You create beautiful, creative work that could help many people or companies. Your designs are unique, and you put a lot of effort into every project. But here is the problem. You never share your work. You don't post it on social media. You don't talk about it in meetings. You stay quiet and hope others will discover your skill by themselves. Unfortunately, that rarely happens. Now imagine another designer who is not as talented as you, but they make sure to be seen. They post their designs online. They talk about their projects in meetings. They promote themselves in every possible way. Because they are visible, people notice them. They get more jobs, praise, and opportunities. Even though they may not be as skilled, their presence makes them appear valuable. This shows a simple but important fact. People can only judge what they can see. Your skills and talents are like a treasure hidden deep underground. If you don't dig it up and show it, no one will find it. Your skill is a gold mine, but if it stays hidden, it has no power. It can't open doors, it can't create chances, and it can't help you grow. Some people think that showing their value is selfish or bragging. They believe that humility means hiding their success and letting others take the spotlight. But this is a mistake. You are not being selfish when you show your value. You are being smart and strategic. It is about making sure your work and your efforts get the recognition they deserve. Think about your achievements. Maybe you completed a difficult project, learned a new skill, or helped a client succeed. These are not small things. These are important wins. You should be proud of them. Don't be afraid to share them with others. When you talk about your achievements, you help people understand your worth. You help create new chances for yourself. Showing your value also means being confident when you explain your work. For example, instead of saying, "I just did my job," say, "I worked hard on this project and helped increase sales by 20%. Numbers, facts, and clear examples make your value real and easy to understand. When people see real results, they respect your skill more. It's also important to be consistent. One-time sharing is not enough. You should find ways to regularly show your work. Use social media, emails, meetings, or personal conversations to let others know what you do. Build a habit of sharing progress and successes. This keeps you visible and relevant. Many successful people follow this rule. They don't wait for others to notice them. They create their own spotlight. They promote their skills and achievements confidently but respectfully. This doesn't make them arrogant. It makes them effective. Remember, Showing your value does not mean you need to exaggerate or lie. It means being honest and clear about what you can do and what you have done. People appreciate honesty and real results. When you are open about your strengths, you build trust and respect. If you stay quiet and hidden, you risk being ignored forever. You might work very hard, but your efforts will go unnoticed. You might have incredible talent, but no one will know about it. Don't let that happen to you. Start today by sharing one achievement or skill with someone at work or online. It can be small, but it is a start. The more you show your value, the more opportunities you will create for yourself. You will attract the right people, jobs, and recognition. In the end, success is not only about what you can do. It is also about how well you show what you can do. Your skill is your power, but your visibility is your key. Use both to unlock your future. Rule 3. Humility without confidence equals weakness. Many people confuse humility with low self-worth. They think being humble means hiding their strengths or never talking about their skills. But true humility is very different from feeling weak or scared. Real humility means you are strong enough to be confident in yourself without needing to put others down. It means you know your value but remain kind and respectful. On the other hand, weak humility happens when you are so afraid of showing your worth that you deny it even to yourself. Let me tell you about a man named Jason. Jason was a talented speaker. He had the ability to connect with an audience and inspire them with his words. Many people praised him after his speeches. But each time someone complimented him, Jason would quickly say, "Oh no, I'm not that good." He thought this was polite and modest. He believed that by downplaying his skills, people would think he was humble and likable. But the opposite happened. When Jason denied his talent, people started to doubt him. They wondered, if he doesn't believe he's good, why should we? His lack of confidence made others question his ability. Jason's weak humility made him seem unsure and small, even though he had great skill. Instead of attracting respect and opportunities, he lost them. This example shows why humility without confidence is a problem. If you are humble but don't believe in yourself, you appear weak. You might think you are being polite or kind, but in reality, you are hurting your chances to succeed. People want to follow and trust those who show confidence in their strengths, not those who hide or deny them. True humility means you accept your abilities and mistakes honestly. You don't brag or act superior. But you also don't lie to yourself or others by pretending you don't have value. When someone compliments you, a humble and confident response is to say, "Thank you, I've worked hard on that." This shows respect for the compliment and belief in your own effort. Confidence is not the same as arrogance. Arrogance means thinking you are better than others and acting in a disrespectful way. Confidence means believing in what you can do and showing that belief calmly and clearly. Confidence gives you strength and presence. It helps you communicate your value without fear or shame. If you want to grow and be successful, you must pair humility with confidence. They are like two sides of the same coin. Humility keeps you grounded and respectful. Confidence pushes you forward and helps you shine. Without confidence, humility becomes weakness. Without humility, confidence can become arrogance. Think about this. When you doubt your own worth, you send the wrong message. People pick up on your feelings. If you are unsure of yourself, others will be unsure too. But when you speak honestly about your strengths and efforts, you build trust and respect. You create a positive image that attracts opportunities. Learning to balance humility and confidence takes practice. Start by accepting compliments instead of denying them. When someone says, "You did a great job," say, "Thank you, I appreciate that." This small change shows you value your work and are open to praise. It also helps you feel better about yourself. Next, be honest about your strengths. You don't have to shout or brag, but you can share your successes clearly. For example, instead of saying, "It was nothing," say, "I'm glad it went well because I prepared carefully." This shows you worked hard and are proud of the results. Also, don't be afraid to admit your mistakes or weaknesses. True humility includes accepting where you can improve. Confidence doesn't mean being perfect. It means being real. When you combine honesty about your strengths and weaknesses, you become trustworthy and authentic. Remember, humility without confidence is like a plant with no water. It cannot grow. Confidence without humility is like a plant with too much sun. It can burn out. You need both to thrive. If you feel shy or scared to show your confidence, start small. Practice speaking kindly to yourself. Remind yourself of your talents and efforts every day. When you begin to believe in your own worth, it will be easier to show it to others. In the end, the most successful people are humble but strong. They know their value. They respect others. And they speak about their skills honestly and confidently. This balance makes them powerful and respected. So stop thinking humility means you have to hide your strength. Instead, be humble and confident. Believe in yourself and let others see your true worth. That is real strength. Rule 4. Promote yourself without shame. For many humble people, promoting themselves feels difficult. They worry it will make them sound proud or selfish. They think talking about their work is wrong or even rude. But here is the truth. If you don't talk about what you do, no one will know about it. And if no one knows, your talents and efforts will stay invisible. Imagine you are a writer. You have spent months or even years writing an amazing book. You are proud of your work because it tells a powerful story or teaches something valuable. But after finishing your book, you never post about it online. You never share it with friends or strangers. You never tell anyone what your book is about or why it is important. How will people find your book? How will anyone read it? They won't, because you stayed silent. If you want your work to matter, you must become your own #1 supporter. You must take the responsibility to promote yourself and your achievements. This does not mean you have to shout or brag loudly. It means you talk clearly and confidently about what you have done and why it matters. Look at successful people. They don't wait for others to promote them. They promote their work themselves. They say, "Here's what I've done. Here's how it helps people. Here's why you should care." Because they share their value openly, they win opportunities, clients, friends, and respect. Their confidence in their work helps others believe in it too. Promoting yourself does not mean you are saying, "I'm better than you." It means you are saying, "I believe in what I do." It means you understand your own value and want to share it with the world. When you do this, you give people the chance to appreciate your work. You help others see how you can help them or make a difference. Many humble people feel ashamed or scared to promote themselves. They worry others will judge them as proud or arrogant. But this fear is usually based on misunderstanding. Being proud of your work is natural and healthy. It shows that you care and that you have worked hard. It is okay to feel good about your achievements. What matters is how you share your success with respect and honesty. To promote yourself without shame, start by changing your mindset. See self-promotion as a way to help others learn about your work. Think about it as sharing a useful message or a gift. When you believe your work can help people, talking about it becomes easier and more natural. Next, be clear and simple when you promote yourself. You don't need to use big words or exaggerate. Just explain what you have done, why it is important, and how it can help others. For example, instead of saying, "My book is the best," say, "My book helps readers understand how to improve their lives step by step." This shows confidence without arrogance. Also, remember that promoting yourself is a skill that takes practice. You can start small. Share your work with close friends or family first. Ask for their feedback. Then try sharing in bigger groups or online. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. You will feel more comfortable talking about your work and your value. Another important point is to be consistent. Self-promotion is not a one-time action. You need to keep showing your work regularly. Share updates about your projects, successes, or lessons learned. This keeps you visible and builds trust over time. People will start to recognize your name and your skills. Be patient too. Some people might not respond immediately. Some might ignore your messages. That is normal. Don't let it discourage you. Keep promoting yourself with honesty and respect. Over time, the right people will notice you and your work. Remember, you deserve success just like anyone else. Promoting yourself is not selfish. It is smart. It is how you take control of your future and create new opportunities. When you believe in your work and share it without shame, you give yourself the chance to grow and succeed. In the end, the world rewards those who make themselves known. You don't have to be loud or rude. You just need to be clear, confident, and consistent. Promote yourself like a friend sharing a good story, a story that others want to hear. So, stop hiding your work and your talents. Start promoting yourself today. Share what you do with pride and honesty. The world is waiting to see what you can offer. Rule 5. Stop shrinking to fit in. One of the most painful things humble people do is shrink themselves. They try to fit into spaces, groups, or roles that are too small for their true talents and potential. They hide their knowledge, their ideas, and their successes because they want to make others feel comfortable. They believe that if they show too much, they will seem arrogant, proud, or unlikable. So instead, they make themselves smaller, quieter, less visible, less important. This is a big mistake. Shrinking yourself is not humility. It is self-denial. When you shrink, you are not helping others. You are hurting yourself. You are also cheating the world out of your gifts and talents. The world needs your unique ideas, your voice, and your strength. But if you keep making yourself small, your light will never shine, and your potential will never be fully realized. Think about Michelle. Michelle was the smartest person in her group at work. She had great ideas that could help solve problems and improve projects. But Michelle always stayed quiet during meetings. She worried that if she spoke up too much, people would think she was a know-it-all or show-off. So she held back her ideas and let others take the lead. One day, someone else shared the exact same idea Michelle had been thinking about for weeks. That person got praise and recognition from the whole team. Michelle sat silently, feeling invisible and unimportant. She wondered why her voice was not heard. The truth was, Michelle had shrunk herself to fit in, and by doing so, she lost the chance to be seen and valued. This story is not unique. Many humble people make the same mistake. They believe that to be liked or accepted, they must shrink. But the opposite is true. You do not need to hide your light to make others comfortable. You do not need to make yourself small to fit in. You were not born to shrink. You were born to shine. Standing tall, taking up space, and speaking your truth are not rude or selfish actions. They are acts of courage and self-respect. When you share your knowledge and ideas, you contribute to the group's success. When you celebrate your wins, you inspire others to do the same. When you take up space, you show the world that you matter. Shrinking yourself to fit in only leads to frustration, missed opportunities, and low self-esteem. It can make you feel invisible and powerless. But when you stop shrinking and start showing up fully, amazing things can happen. You build confidence. You attract the right people. You create chances for growth and success. It is important to remember that fitting in does not mean changing who you are or hiding your strengths. True belonging comes from being authentic. People respect honesty and courage. When you stand tall and speak your truth, you create space for others to do the same. You become a leader, not by demanding attention, but by being real and strong. If you find yourself shrinking, ask why. Are you afraid of judgment? Are you worried about rejection? These fears are normal, but they should not control you. Facing your fears and expressing your true self is a powerful way to grow. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to stand tall. Start with small steps. Share one idea in a meeting. Say what you really think. Celebrate one achievement openly. Notice how people respond. Most often, you will find that others respect you more when you are honest and confident. Remember, your voice and your presence are gifts to the world. Don't let fear or false humility keep you small. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to shine. So stop shrinking to fit in. Stand tall. Speak your truth. Shine bright. Rule 6. Speak like a leader, not a follower. Your words have power. They can build trust, inspire action, and open doors. But many humble people speak in a way that shows doubt or insecurity. They use phrases like, "Maybe I'm wrong," or "I'm not an expert, but..." These weak words train people to question your ideas and your confidence. When you speak like this, you sound unsure of yourself, and others may not take you seriously. If you want to be seen as a leader, you must change how you speak. Leaders use clear, confident language. They do not apologize for their ideas or second-guess themselves. Instead, they say things like, "Based on what I know, this is the best way forward," or "Here's what I suggest." These statements show clarity and belief. They inspire trust and make people want to listen. Think about a meeting where two people share ideas. The first person says, "This might be silly, but maybe we could try this." The second person says, "I believe this is a strong solution because it worked before." Which person sounds more credible? Which idea is more likely to be accepted? The answer is clear. The second person sounds like a leader. Speaking like a leader is not about being arrogant or bossy. It's about showing respect for your own knowledge and experience. It means trusting yourself enough to speak clearly and directly. When you speak with power, You make it easier for others to trust you and your ideas. To speak like a leader, start by removing weak phrases from your language. Words like maybe, I think, I guess, or I'm not sure weaken your message. Instead, use strong words like I believe, I suggest, this will, or this works. These words show confidence and certainty. Also, practice speaking clearly and calmly. Avoid rushing or mumbling. Take a moment to think before you speak. Organize your thoughts so you can explain your ideas in a simple and clear way. When you speak slowly and clearly, people understand you better and pay more attention. Another way to speak like a leader is to support your ideas with facts or examples. For example, instead of saying, I think this might work, say, this method worked in a similar project last year and increased sales by 15%. When you back up your words with evidence, you sound more convincing and trustworthy. Leaders also listen well and respond thoughtfully. Speaking like a leader does not mean talking all the time. It means knowing when to speak and when to listen. When you respond to others with respect and clear points, you show that you are confident and in control. If you are not used to speaking like a leader, start small. Practice in safe spaces, like with friends or family. Prepare what you want to say before meetings or conversations. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Remember, your voice is an important tool. When you speak with confidence, you open doors to new opportunities. People see you as someone who can lead, make decisions, and solve problems. On the other hand, speaking like a follower or a doubter makes people unsure of your abilities. They may ignore your ideas or leave you out of important conversations. Don't give others a reason to doubt you. It is normal to feel nervous or unsure sometimes. But don't let that stop you from speaking like a leader. Even if you don't feel confident inside, you can practice confident speech. Over time, your inner confidence will grow to match your words. In summary, stop using weak language that lowers your power. Speak clearly and confidently. Use strong words that show you believe in yourself and your ideas. Support your points with facts. Listen carefully and respond with respect. This is how leaders speak. This is how you can start leading today. Rule 7. Own your greatness or someone else will. Here is the final and most powerful truth you must understand. If you don't own your greatness, someone else will take your place. The world does not wait for quiet people. It moves forward with the bold, the confident, and those who claim their space. If you stay silent or hesitate too long, you risk losing the chance to shine. You have something special inside you. It might be a skill you've worked hard to learn, an experience that gives you a unique perspective, or a passion that drives you. These are your gifts. But gifts only matter when you use them and show them. If you keep hiding your greatness, someone else will stand up and claim the place that was meant for you. Think about a man named Thomas. Thomas had a great business idea. It was a unique plan that could help many people and make a difference. But Thomas did not act on his idea. He kept telling himself, I'm not ready. Who would listen to me? Maybe I should wait. He waited for the perfect moment, but that moment never came. A year later, someone else had the same idea. This person acted quickly and launched the business. It became a huge success. Thomas watched from the sidelines, heartbroken and full of regret. He said, "That could have been me." But it wasn't. because he did not own his greatness and step forward when he had the chance. This story is a lesson for all of us. We all have moments when fear, doubt, or hesitation try to stop us. We think we are not ready or good enough. But these thoughts are the biggest enemies of success. They keep us small and invisible. Don't let your future be a story of regret. Don't wait for someone else to take the place you deserve. Own your voice. Own your gifts. Step forward, not backward. Owning your greatness means believing in your value and acting on it. It means saying to yourself, I have something important to offer. It means sharing your skills, your ideas, and your passion with the world without apology or fear. Many people struggle with this because they confuse humility with hiding. But true humility is not silence. It is strength paired with kindness. It is knowing your worth without needing to prove it to everyone. It is stepping up quietly but confidently. When you own your greatness, you inspire others. You show people what is possible when you believe in yourself. You attract opportunities, friends, and support. You build a life where you are in control, not waiting for permission or approval. One way to own your greatness is to start small. Take one step today. Share an idea, start a project, or speak up about your passion. Every small step builds your confidence and brings you closer to your dreams. Remember, time does not wait. The world is full of people ready to take action. If you hesitate, they will move ahead. Your chance may not come again. Don't let fear steal your future. Also, know that owning your greatness is a process. It takes time to believe fully in yourself. You will make mistakes, face criticism, and feel doubt. That is normal. What matters is that you keep going. Every time you step forward, you grow stronger. Celebrate your wins no matter how small. Each success is proof that you are capable and deserving. Use those moments to remind yourself of your power and potential. In the end, owning your greatness is about choosing to live fully and boldly. It is about refusing to be invisible or silent. It is about showing the world your true self and taking your rightful place. So don't wait. Don't hide. Don't let fear hold you back. Own your greatness today. The world is ready for you to shine. Final words. Stop hiding. Start rising. Being humble is not a bad thing. Humility can be a beautiful quality. It means you are kind, respectful, and aware of others. But being invisible is different. Being invisible means hiding your talents, your ideas, and your true self. It means shrinking back because you are afraid of standing out. Don't confuse humility with invisibility. They are not the same. Many people believe that being humble means you must play small. They think they are being kind by not showing their skills or achievements. But the truth is, you are not helping anyone by hiding your greatness. You are not being kind to yourself or to the world by staying invisible. When you hide, you lose chances to grow, to inspire, and to make a difference. The world needs more people who are confident, bold, and unafraid to show who they really are. The world needs your ideas, your skills, your voice. When you bring your full self forward, you create positive change, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Your light encourages others to find their own. Your courage makes the world stronger. So it's time to stop being humble in the wrong way. It's time to be strong. Be proud of what you have accomplished. Be proud of your journey. And most importantly, be proud of your unique gifts and talents. Many people feel scared or shy to show their true power. They worry they might seem arrogant or that others will judge them. These fears are natural, but they should not control your life. The people who change the world are not those who hide. They are those who rise up. They are those who believe in themselves and keep moving forward, even when it feels difficult. Remember, believing in yourself is the foundation of success. If you don't believe in your worth, no one else will. Confidence is not about being perfect or better than others. It is about accepting yourself and trusting that you have something valuable to offer. When you believe in yourself, you can face challenges with courage. You can take risks and grow from your mistakes. Being humble and confident at the same time is possible. You can be kind and respectful while also being proud and visible. True humility means you don't have to put others down to lift yourself up. It means you can shine brightly without dimming anyone else's light. It means you stand tall, speak clearly, and show your value with grace. If you have been hiding, it's time to change that. Start small. Speak up in meetings. Share your ideas with friends. Celebrate your successes out loud. Practice telling your story with pride. Each step you take will build your confidence and open new doors. You don't have to wait for permission or approval. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The world is waiting for you to rise. And rising is not just about you. It is about creating a better future for everyone. When you own your greatness, you inspire others to do the same. You help build communities where everyone's voice matters. You show the power of courage and self-belief. So stop hiding. Stop shrinking. Stop waiting for someone else to notice you. Take up space. Speak your truth. Shine with confidence. Be proud of who you are and what you can do. The world needs your light. The world needs your strength. The world needs you to rise. Because when you rise, you don't just change your life. You change the lives of those around you. You are powerful. You are worthy. You are enough. Now is your time. Stop hiding. Start rising.